Hello. I did not change my outfit at all. I'm so sorry if some of these intros seem confusing over the next few videos, but I had to get them in so I could go ahead and get to the main work. But hi guys, Dom here and welcome back to my video. So we are working on artwork and working on Korean, but it's kind of hard out here, gotta say. I did not finish college yet for art. We are going back. So I started in graphic design, and then if you guys don't know, if you haven't been following my channel for a while, I'm noticing I'm gaining a few more subscribers. Hi people, welcome. If you haven't been following me for a while, my name is Dominique. I am a artist. I was a student artist. I took a break from school because it was getting a little too hectic. I started out in applied business of graphic design, and then I switched over to dual degreeing. So I was getting associates in illustration, and then I was getting a bachelor's in illustration with a focus in comics. Hence I'm starting my comic book. I decided to start it before I graduated college because I don't know when I'm gonna graduate college, but I am gonna go back. I just got burnt out, and you know, that's a lot of money for 2 degrees. That's a lot of money. So, and then on top of it, I was already trying to do the one with graphic design, and I wanted more with, you know, making my own story and stuff. I like the aesthetic of doing graphic design stuff, which leads me into getting an what is that, a certification. I will forever talk about the certification. I was so excited. I've been talking about it for years, but I've always been putting it on the back burner, but I finally took the test and I passed it. Oh, excuse me. And now I am certified in visual design in Adobe Photoshop. So that's fun. I've been doing Adobe Photoshop for 15 years, maybe more than that. I think it might be more than that, but I've been doing it for 15 years. And I'm starting to build my portfolio. So what we're going to be doing is working on my portfolio stuff and working on my comic book. Since I am certified, I'm working more towards creating a portfolio so I can get hired to be like a Photoshop editor, or you know, build up my certification so I could be a master in the Adobe programs, which you can do. So yeah, I want to do that, and I want to have lots of fun and show you guys, because I love art. I also love video games too, but and that kind of goes hand in hand. There's a lot of things that go hand in hand with art, like math. Like math. I don't even like math, but math. If anybody wants to know what courses to take, please take math. Take anatomy too, that's another one. But yeah, take like geometry. If you're taking or trying to do 3D courses like animation and motion graphics and all that stuff, like to make 3D movies like Pixar or DreamWorks do, I think you guys have to take calculus. I can't remember, but I wish you the best of luck. In college too, if for some reason they want you to take basic math or any type of math program, you can test out, because I've tested out. That's how I got skipped up in college a few times, is I tested out. So ask if you can test out, because sometimes they don't just tell you. Anyway, this is becoming a long intro. Hey, okay. Let's get started. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
안녕하세요 여러분. 저는 도미니크입니다. 반갑습니다. So today we are going to do a review over this screen protector that I bought. It is for your screen to feel like it has it's a paper-like feel. So what that means is, instead of the slippery, shiny, like nice little retina display, it's gonna add a little grit to it, so that when you're using your iPad pencil or whatever you might use when you're using your stylus, right? It's so that it can feel like real paper, because as a traditional illustrator, or at least, you know, that's what I grew up as, I'm starting to mix more digital media in with my traditional, and it sometimes feels a little off and a little too slick. Like I can't control the way that I'm drawing, even though you can edit your pressuring your pen and all that and continue your drawing. It still feels a little off, like I can't quite hold it right. And that is like a sensory thing that I've always had trouble with iPads and just any type of thing that you use to draw in the first place. So this is what this review is going to be about. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is draw a picture. I drew it traditionally first, and then I drew it in the system. I used Procreate versus Photoshop. So we're going to have a picture that was drawn in Procreate to see if their pencil settings are a little different than Photoshop's. Okay, so in the package you get obviously a thank you note, and then you get instructions on how to put it together. So it says to put it on there. Put your tablet on it to enter skidding mats, attach position on the back of your stickers. Oh god, that's a lot. So these are all the instructions. You get the 2 anti-skidding mats, you get the little squeegee, so you get the air bubbles out, and you get the cleaning wipes and little dusters. So that's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna try to get this on off camera. Okay, so for some reason, I just felt like this pencil did absolutely nothing, or at least at this time, it did absolutely nothing for this picture. It was kind of odd to use on this, and I really didn't care for it in Procreate. This isn't in Procreate. This is one of the characters from my story. So yeah, the line work isn't that great. It's still a little wobbly, and I feel like that's just because I'm not used to Procreate settings. I haven't quite figured out how to set it right. But I really wanted to create this character in a digital format. But I honestly think I'm gonna go over it with Photoshop, because I like Photoshop better, even though I like some of the brushes that are in Procreate. So if I can combine those, maybe make the whole thing in Photoshop and add different special effects brushes from Procreate, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm going to be hand making a lot of my Photoshop brushes. But as you can see, I'm just going along and adding like stroke neck details and all that jazz. But it was still a little bit wobbly. I tried to do like different line strokes but it still to me looked a little shaky. And I know you can adjust it like I said before, but it still didn't fit right. So maybe I just need to practice with that more. But I really do like how this character eventually turned out, but it could be better than this, honestly. 안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 도미니크입니다. 반갑습니다. 오늘은 정말 날씨 좋아했죠. 구름에 대해 말해볼까요? 임프레셔니스트가 좋아하는데 사실 저는 시각티션 스타일은 좋아요. 이 구름은 사랑하고 싫어요. 그거 알야? 다들 나는한테 날 물어보는데 너 남자친구 있어? 저 한국어를 말할 수 있어 때문에? 진짜로 아니요. 아직. 나는 항상 그거 지짐이 있던 어떻게 생각하다. I also wanted to say that I started working on my comic book and hopefully all goes to plan this time. I really want to get it out by the end of this year. I made some, I guess rough drafts of some panels and I want to clean them up, but I also want to show you guys. So I'm also preparing that, not just like a picture of me. I think that's so funny. But yeah, I'm working on that, and the first prologue chapter that I will tell you about is inspired by J-Hope of BTS, aka Jung Ho-suk, his song called The Blue Side. And also, I think it's like a story. I can't remember if it's in Buddhism, but I don't want to give away like too much. But I'm really excited about that chapter. But the way that I want to draw it and the way that I'm seeing it, it's gonna be a complete mind screw. So I'm excited to get it out, and I want to have at least a few chapters done by the end of this year and start getting it out there. But I'm gonna start, promoting it and previewing it and all that stuff and showing like the process before it comes out. So hopefully you guys will like and subscribe, and you'll be able to find out when that is happening. And you'll also get to see like pictures and behind the scenes of me freaking out, because I swear a lot of artwork when you create it is just planning, and then you freak out, and then you sit there in despair, and then you stare at it, and then you hate it, and then you take a break, and then you finish it, and then you like it but you don't possibly like it. It's It's an emotional roller coaster, but I love art, and I love that, whatever feeling I'm trying to convey, whether I'm using like the psychology of color, or if I'm using like the what is that called, perspective, or if I'm using the golden ratio to make your eyes bounce off the page. So I really just like stuff like that, but I also like the, what is that, kind of like the modernized way of doing some artwork. So I want to combine these two. That's what I meant by like I want to mix them together. So I'm really excited to show you guys that, and I know it's taking a while to upload these things, but I feel like it's worth the wait. So yeah, also too, in between these long things, I'm gonna try to post like shorter videos that I'm super interested in. But yeah, that's what I'm working on with that. Hopefully I can finish this picture that I do want to preview to you guys. I want to finish it and then post it maybe like in the next 2 videos. So I don't know. Well, let's get back to the drawing. Enjoy the music while you're here. I usually pick out the music from Epidemic Sound. If you want to support me and maybe help me get a what is that? I guess sponsorship, and maybe I can try to get you guys some stuff off. I really would like to do that, but I'm not sure how that goes. I'm new to all of this, so I want to try to do that. If you want to help me become an ambassador for Epidemic Sound, and you also want to find out how to get like really cool music and not get copyright striked, go to my link, click on the link, and sign up through my link. Thank you, and I would really appreciate it. 곡은 됐고, 저는 정말 그림을 좋아해요. 이거는 나요. 저는 물론이야 좋아해요. Duh. Alright, so that's all I have planned for today. Thank you guys so much, very much for watching. If you watched to the end, thank you so very much. 너무 감사합니다. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. 그럼 I really want to say 다음에 but that's Billy Korean's thing. I can't, but it sounds really cool. But anyway, 안녕히 가세요. Bye bye. 안녕.